On a video about SharkBite fittings, user GMac240 says, only issue with SharkBite fittings are installer errors. Plus, there's a ton of copycats out there with lesser quality material. People think all push fittings are SharkBites, and that's not the case. And I know what you're thinking, Dave, that's not a question. To which I say, you're right, but we're gonna pretend that it was, and that's a great question. I'm glad you asked. We're gonna get into it right now. Welcome back, Remodelites, to another episode of Quick Tip Tuesday, where I dive into your questions, comments, and concerns. I'm Dave with Remodel Media, and since 2005, I've been helping people put together kitchens, baths, outdoor kitchens, and various other home renovation projects. I'm on a mission to eliminate remodel regret, and I do that by bringing you the latest tips, tricks, and products for your home remodel. So if you're new here, follow along, we'll have some fun. So the brand SharkBite at this point is a pretty well-known household name. If you visited your local hardware store in the last decade, chances are you've seen them on the shelf. SharkBite is part of the RWC family of brands, which includes such familiar names as HoldRite, Cash Acme, John Guest, and EasyFlow or Eastman, all of which I have decades of experience with. As the average homeowner, you might not have heard of these brands, but I guarantee you your plumber has. But just in case you're shopping online and you see a similar product, how do you know if it's reliable? There are certainly a lot of brands out there, but I'm going to give you 3 that you can look at and be confident in. Hey there, Remodelites, post-production Dave here. Actually, it's 4. Not 3, because as I was putting this video together, as I was editing it, this came across my desk. I got my copy of Wholesaler magazine, and we're going to talk about this at the end. The first one is Uponor, which is formerly known as Wurzbo, creator of Aquapex. Because this is one of the major manufacturers of PEX, of course they have fittings designed to work with the PEX they sell. Their version of Total Fit couplings is made of professional grade engineered polymer. They say it provides the same versatility and speed as brass push-to-connect fittings, and they work with PEX, PERT, copper, and CPVC. At 73 degrees Fahrenheit or 23 degrees Celsius, it's rated up to 160 PSI. At 180 Fahrenheit or 82 Celsius, which you would never experience in a residential situation, that temperature will burn your skin and can cause death on contact. It's rated up to 100 PSI. And at 200 degrees Fahrenheit or 93 degrees Celsius, which is basically near boiling, and it's rated up to 80 PSI. For reference, your home's pressure should never be above 50 or 60 PSI. If you're hitting 80 or 90 PSI, you're blowing gaskets, you're popping valves, and you've got bigger fish to fry, you got bigger problems to worry about. Most water heaters are set around 110 degrees Fahrenheit or about 43 degrees Celsius, which would put you somewhere in the tolerance range of around 130 PSI, which is way more than necessary for a residential application. The second one is brought to you by a company called Watts. Watts is a leading manufacturer of water quality solutions. They specialize in water safety, flow control, backflow prevention, and drainage. And they have a line called AquaLock push-to-connect fittings. These fittings are made of high-performance lead-free brass or thermoplastic material. Just for reference for the folks at home, when a brass product that touches your water says that it is lead-free, what they mean is that the brass that touches the water has less than 0.25% lead content. Brass is a composite metal made of other metals like copper, zinc, and lead. But back in 2013, the government started passing regulation on how much lead could go into things like faucets and water connections where people are likely to consume the water or potable water. The Watts AquaLock brass fittings say they can tolerate 200 PSI at 200 degrees Fahrenheit, which again, you should never see in a residential application. And again, they work with PEX, copper, or CPVC. But this is another brand that I have dealt with for years and have no problem using on any project. And of course, we have Apollo by Mozak Group and their Tech-Tite fittings. This is another brand where they manufacture PEX products and have a full line of products to meet your various plumbing needs. And this includes push to connect fittings, ranging from 1/4 inch to 1 inch. Their brass fittings are lead free and can be used with copper, CPVC, or PEX pipe. Similar to the others, their brass fittings have a maximum working pressure of around 200 psi and a temperature range of 32 to 250 degrees Fahrenheit or 0 to 120 degrees Celsius. With any of these, if you're in an area where temperatures get below freezing, I would recommend insulating these guys because while PEX does have some give and play, brass fittings do not. And that would be true whether you're doing clamp, crimp, or push to connect. So a very reputable valve company called Legend Valve Company, it's actually an employee-owned company, has come out with something called Clear Lock. And Clear Lock is, I'm going to read to you the advertisement here. It says, is an all-new see-through push-to-connect fitting system from Legend. Its unique transparent body eliminates the need to measure and mark insertion depths. These fittings exceed standard pressure ratings by over 300%. Clear Lock is compatible with PERT, PEX, copper, CPVC tube. So if you've been following for any length of time, you've actually seen me work with actual SharkBite brand fittings. And you probably have heard me say something along the lines of you have to go push the pipe through past the O-ring and make sure it bottoms out in order to get a good tight seal. With this, you can actually see when that happens. So that is something that is brand new. Apparently just launched. It's on the market today. Thanks for watching. I hope you got some good information out of that episode. Go ahead and click here for more videos. Go ahead and click here to subscribe. And make sure you check out the description below for relevant links to some of the products that we discussed today. And leave your comments and questions down below because I love answering them. As always, I'll see you in the next one.